Flooding, billing issues, aging equipment, and more. Now, after more than 6 years of overseeing those issues at the Sewage and Water Board, Director Ghassan Korban will step down. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Devin Bartolotta. In February, Korban announced he would leave in May, but until now he has not granted any interviews. Tonight he sat down exclusively with investigative reporter Mike Pearlstein of our Down the Drain team.
Dealing with everything from street flooding to widespread billing mistakes to failing machinery, Ghassan Korban's 6-year tenure as the head of the Sewage and Water Board has been full of challenges and progress.
I feel we've stabilized the utility, we've normalized operation, and I think we've made it a much better utility.
Coming to New Orleans after 31 years in Milwaukee, Korban admits to some culture shock when he arrived in the Big Easy, including some pushback from others on transparency.
We were a utility that didn't share much, and it took some adjustment.
For example, Korban said not everyone wanted to bring attention to his efforts to clean out some clogged canals in 2019.
When we pulled the car out, there was a discussion about putting it out in the middle of the night so nobody sees it. It's like, why? That's what you gotta tell people that you're doing. You're owning the issue.
And that's pretty much how this trained engineer handled his agency's controversies. Try to fix things and move on. Billing errors, for one, were a problem that dogged the utility for most of Korban's tenure. He says the recent switch to smart meters is finally resolving the issue.
There was a lot of factors that just complicated things, but the fact is, we can look back in terrible memory, and I couldn't apologize enough for our customers.
There also were allegations of employee sex in a break room, workers caught in a parking scam using handicap placards, and one supervisor convicted of stealing more than $100,000 from the agency.
Sure, shame on us for not catching him, but there's always one that can outsmart the system and outsmart his supervisors.
But Korban himself largely stayed above the fray, and he believes he will be leaving the utility in much better shape than when he arrived.
I'm going to try cherish it for the rest of my life. I'm going to always look at it as the peak of my career.
Mike Pearlstein, WWL, Louisiana.
A national search for a new director has been launched, and a committee will soon be formed to take the next step towards finding Korban's replacement.